Hey everybody, it is time for the final limited time series of the version 9.2, and it is for whichever electric car that you did not go for in the very first, I want to say, track day event that we had, um, called Virtual, right? So if you went through that event and won Porsche, like I did on this account, then you would be offered a chance to win Audi through the limited time series, as you can see here. Or if you've gone through the track day event, and if you won the Audi, then be given this opportunity to win the Porsche instead. So whichever one you didn't win, that's not in your garage at the moment, is what's going to be offered as part of this limited time series. And if you didn't go for either one, and if you just didn't bother running through that track day event, then I believe you should have access to both limited time series right now. And it will run through, let's see, the next week. So basically till the next version come out. So that means it is going to be running through the 22nd of March, which is next Monday, right? So the cost and the rewards going to be essentially identical to the track day event. So as you can see here, the 70 gold and 250,000 racing dollar reward is what we earn by completing the track day event. Although I would say track day event was quicker, because you only had to complete like 5 stages and, not that many events. So compared to these limited time series, which, it's 15 tiers, 45 events or trophies to win. So, few more races that you got to go through here. So let me switch back to my other account where I have the Audi available to win. Right. So Audi screen here. So yeah, the upgrade or PR requirements the same as what it was for the track day event. So you're gonna need to meet the PR requirement of 55.8. And let's see if you remember correctly. Let's see, what was the cost? 1,100,000 racing dollars was the cost to meet the PR requirement, 55.8, and that you get by getting 3 upgrades across the board, except since this car is electric, we don't have exhaust, right? So that means we have one less category of upgrades that can go with the 3 upgrades. So that means we have to max out body and get that extra upgrade on brakes for 4 out of 5 upgrades, just like the track day event, right? Now, if you recall, then you are left with the extra racing dollar upgrades that you can get in the brakes category. The final one is the racing dollar upgrade. So, I might as well go ahead and get it, right? It's not necessary, but it's only racing dollars. So I would say just, getting it. But let's check it out. So in this case, we got Audi e-tron GT Concept Championship. Earn an Audi e-tron GT Concept by 100% completing this special limited time series. Sports car ready for the track and the future. Combining electric technology without compromising, what did it say? On performance. Yeah, like white text on the white background is not exactly the best color scheme for making these texts readable, is it now? Anyway, so, oh, and currently, apparently, the 2015 919 hybrid is the LMP1 is on offer for 30% discount this week. Good to know. I'm sure if you don't have it, or if you have it but not fully upgraded, you're probably given an opportunity to rate, most likely. I wouldn't know. Mine is fully upgraded, so they don't tell me. The breakdown of the total of 70 gold rewards broken down into 25% completion increment. And yeah, so hang on just a second. Back and get my rewards for this week's time trial, or this past week's time trial in online multiplayer. So I did get rank B. So we'll pick up 100 gold. It turns out you didn't need to have your car fully upgraded if you were driving Camaro to get into that top 1%. So not bad. And then let me pick up this as well. 11 gold for the weekly time trial. Not weekly time trial, it's online multiplayer, right? Here we go. Gold richer now. All right, yes, I wanted to get that done before I do the limited time series overview, because I generally, spend gold to get the upgrades done right away. And if I do that and do the cloud restore, the online multiplayer reward just gets reset to the minimum, which is 3 gold. So I didn't want to do that. So let me do a quick cloud save here, and I will return in a moment. Now that I managed to get the cloud save done successfully, let's splurge. Let's go ahead and spend some gold to unlock all the series and check out the event, shall we? Since we already know what the cost is going to be, and I already gone over the upgrade scheme, right? So here we go. $70 gold. So yeah, I suppose net cost would be 322 gold, right? And there's some 40 gold to be picked up with the PR that you will complete this limited time series at from the bonus series the cars featured in. So you knock out another 40 or so gold, then you're down to under 300, like 280 gold-ish is what you will be out of at the end. All right, so base PR 42.9, just like the other car. And then we'll just quickly confirm the final PR requirement, 55.8. And the final cup looks like it's going to be at the Berlin Formula E circuit, 8 laps. I wonder if the events are going to be I'm expecting the actual events are going to be different between the Porsche event versus Audi event. I'll run through this real quick first, and we'll kind of compare the notes afterwards. So let's go ahead and put some upgrades on. And are we given... I'm not seeing the instant R&D offer on the upgrades here, but that might be related to the fact that I have kind of a poor internet connection right now. So I'm assuming that we will probably get the 3-hour version, most likely. We'll see. But anyway, you're gonna need to get the. I mean, you already know, so maybe I don't need to go through the upgrades. Not in this video. Fine. So for this, you know what? Let's just quickly run through the event itself, and I'll do the same for the Porsche, and then we can compare the notes. So for Audi Tier 1, we got head-to-head at Hockenheim Short to start off, just a single lapper, followed by Speed Snap at Nürburgring Grand Prix. All right. All those events, still Nürburgring is one of those circuits where everything takes longer. Like autocross takes longer, Speed Snap takes longer. It's kind of like Daytona and Nürburgring, and to a degree, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Also, the road course events do take a little longer. But anyway, then we got the first tier cup is going to be at Silverstone Grand Prix, as you might expect, just a single lapper. All right, and that takes us to the tier 2. We got drag race at the Brickyard road course. Autocross at Mount Panorama. You know how long that usually takes. That's the hill climb, right? With this car, I'm expecting probably maybe just a little bit under a minute would be a reasonable time. And then the cup for tier 2 is going to be at Daytona road course. It's a night race, but you know, Daytona, nighttime, daytime, they light up that track like no other. So, I mean, considering the cars that race there don't have headlights, right? The NASCARs. So, all right, PR requirement 45.3. So obviously, you do need some upgrades to get through tier 2. But racing dollars, right? And that takes us to tier 3. You're head-to-head at Suzuka East. And it's a single lapper, right? And Speed Snap at Catalunya Grand Prix. And the cup is going to be at Monza Junior course, 2 laps with a PR requirement of 46.5. And that takes us to tier 4, the 25% completion tier. And this car, you can get your PR up to 46.5, both the Porsche or the Audi, with the racing dollar upgrades alone. So what's the PR requirement going to be to get through tier 4? I guess we'll see. But before that, we got Hunter at Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. And we got elimination at Circuit of the Americas Club Circuit. And the Nürburgring Sprint Circuit is going to be the cup venue. And unfortunately, the PR requirement is 47.5 to get through this 2-lap cup. So, yeah, unfortunately, during the track day event, you were able to get through, I want to say either first or I know for certain first stage you could get through without any upgrades or any gold upgrades, certainly. So you were given an opportunity to pick up at least handful of gold. Not that that makes a big difference, but you know, when you add them all up, I like to think they do. So, but this limited time series, there's none without any gold upgrades, it seems. All right, moving on to, and I'm expecting the PR requirements going to be identical for both car limited time series here. But anyway, moving on to tier 5, we got Autocross at Suzuka West, Endurance at Hockenheim Grand Prix, and the cup is going to be at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit. 2 laps with a PR requirement 48.3. All right, continuing on, we got tier 6. We got head-to-head at Catalunya National, a single lapper. Speed Snap at the Laguna Seca. And cup for tier 6 is going to be at Spa, single lapper. PR 49.2 is required. And Tier 7, we got Hunter at Silverstone Grand Prix, Elimination at Hockenheim National, and the Cup for Tier 7 at the short on-road circuit of Porsche Test Track. And it's going to be a 4-lapper with a PR requirement of 49.9. All right, Tier 8, we got Drag Race at Suzuka Grand Prix, Speed Snap at Red Bull Ring National Circuit, and the Cup for Tier 8 is going to be as Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Circuit. 2 laps with a PR requirement of 50.7. And that is, of course, Tier 8 is the 50% completion tier. And moving on, Tier 9, we got Autocross at Melbourne, Hunter as Silverstone International, and the Cup at Bugatti Circuit. 3 laps, PR 51.4 required. And Tier 10, got Speed Record at Suzuka Grand Prix, Speed Snap at Spa, and the Cup at the Red Bull Ring National Circuit. 5 laps with a PR requirement of 52.1. All right, Tier 11, we got Autocross at the Brickyard Road Course, Hunter at Porsche Test Track on-road circuit, the long version. And the Cup is going to be at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix Circuit with the PR 52.9 required, and it's going to be a 3-lap Cup. All right, so that takes us to the Tier 12, which is the 75% completion tier. We got head-to-head at Suzuka West, Endurance. It's probably a single lap, yeah. And then we got Endurance at Nürburgring Grand Prix. And the Cup is going to be at Melbourne. 7 laps with a PR 53.6 required. Tier 13, Speed Snap at Formula E Berlin Circuit, Autocross at Spa, and the Cup at Laguna Seca. 4 laps, PR 54.4 required. And Tier 14, at least we don't have that many drag races in this event, so that's good. But here is I don't know, I think this is like a second drag race at this event, isn't it? It's going to be at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix. I don't think it really matters, but anyway, that's where it is. And then you got Elimination at Porsche Test Track, short on-road circuit, and Cup at Daytona Motorcycle Course. 4 laps with a PR 55.2 required. And that takes us to the final tier, Tier 15. Endurance at Mount Panorama, Speed Record at Monza Junior Course. And the final Cup, as we looked at it earlier, is going to be at Berlin. 8 laps, PR 55.8 required, which once again, you would need to get basically 3 upgrades on engine, 3 upgrades on drivetrain, 5 on body, and 3 on suspension, 4 on brakes, although the 5th one is going to be just racing dollars, so but it's not necessary to just get through this limited time series. So yeah, bare minimum you need 4 though. And then 3 on tires and wheels to meet that PR requirement for the cost of 392 gold and 1,054,900 racing dollars. And remember, you get 70 of that gold back, so net cost is once again 322 gold to win this car. So let me hop on over to my other account and see what the events look like on that one. So let's switch. All right, so now we're switched back to the Porsche limited time series. As you can see, the rewards break down into 25% completion increments, identical. Now, looking at the tier 1, you can tell right away the events are obviously different because we had head-to-head on the Audi, and the first cup was at Silverstone versus for Porsche. As you can see, we got Autocross at Melbourne, Endurance at Catalunya Grand Prix, and then the cup at Dubai Grand Prix to start off. So obviously different setup circuits. So you know what? I'll just take care of it here too. So this way, one-stop shop. You get to see what both of these limited time series are going to look like when you are running with whichever car. Right, so tier 1, yeah, you all know PR requirement is going to be identical. So I'll just run through the series itself for this time now, the Porsche version. Okay, so tier 1, we got Autocross at Melbourne, Endurance at Catalunya Grand Prix, and the Cup at Dubai Grand Prix. Single lapper tier 1 does not have PR requirement, of course. And then tier 2, we got Speed Snap at Daytona Motorcycle Course, Hunter at Dynamic Circuit of the Leipzig Circuit, Porsche Test Track. And the Cup for tier 2 is going to be at Hockenheim Short. 2 laps, PR 45.3 required. Oh, and I did take a look at the rewards from the track day event, and yes, you could have gone and completed 2 stages without spending a single gold, which meant you could have won 15 gold from that event. Which begs the question, what if you did just that? Or you got all the necessary requirements, got the upgrades, then, but gone through 4 stages to win like some, 45 gold there, but didn't complete the track day event. I wonder then if you would have access to both limited time series with another 70 gold to be won. That would be wild, wouldn't it? I'm sure they would figure out a way to have you not win 70 extra. I'm sure they would just give you the whatever that you did not win in the virtual track day event is probably what would be given, but I wouldn't know. So that would be the thought of that actually did go through my mind, but I was like, nah, I don't know if it's really worth that much effort. Besides, I wanted to get the run through the event and show you guys the playthrough, although I'm realizing I did not upload those playthrough videos, so I'll try to get around to it. Busy, you know. Alright, so anyway, so that is the tier 2 for Porsche. Let's continue on. Tier 3, we got Autocross at Suzuka West, Elimination at Nürburgring Grand Prix, and the Cup at Dubai Club Circuit, another Dubai Cup. Single lap, 6.5 required, so kind of the same PR requirement as well. So numbers are more or less the same between 2 limited time series events as you would expect. It's just different, variety events here. And tier 4, we got Speed Record at Monza Junior Course, Speed Snap at Porsche Test Track, the long on-road circuit, and we have a 24-hour circuit cup. In tier 4, PR 47.5 required. Boy, that is a long circuit so early on. This car, it's gonna take a while. I mean, at least like 3 minutes plus. Maybe 3:30. Not exactly a pinnacle of speed here. And it's only tier 4. Why? Yeah, compare that with the 2-lap cup at Nürburgring sprint circuit we had for Audi. Man, if I got the Audi from the track day event, I'd be a little, I don't know. Maybe you like to long race. just limited time series. It's just not the time and place, at least in my opinion. I want to get through these things as quickly as I can. Anyway, and then you can take your time with your road collection, the things that don't expire over time, you know. Continuing on, Tier 5, we got Hunter at Suzuka West, Autocross at Hockenheim Grand Prix, and the Cup at Laguna Seca. 2 laps, PR 48.3 required. And on to Tier 6, we got a drag race. This one at Monza Road Course. If it matters to you. I don't think it really does. Certainly not to me. And then we got Speed Snap at the Brickyard Road Course. And the Cup at Bugatti Circuit. 2 laps, PR 49.2 required. Alright. I wonder. I know we had a Bugatti Circuit Cup in Audi too. So, and then Tier 7, we got head-to-head at Bathurst. Single lap. So far, I'm getting a feeling the Porsche version of the limited time series is going to be a little bit longer. Just longer races, I feel like. And remember, cars perform about the same. There's not that much difference in performance of the car that, somehow these longer form races on Porsche limited time series is going to go quicker. So anyway, we got Autocross at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix Circuit. And the Cup for Tier 7 is going to be at Catalunya National Circuit. 3 laps, 9 required. On to Tier 8, the 50% completion tier. We got Speed Record at Berlin Circuit, Hunter at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit, and the Cup at Silverstone International. 3 laps, PR 50.7 required. All right, Tier 9, we got head-to-head at Circuit of the Americas Club Circuit. So at least that one's a short one. Single lapper. Autocross at Spa, and the Cup at Daytona Road Course. How many laps we got? 2 laps with a PR requirement of 51.4. Tier 10, got Speed Snap at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit. Elimination at Laguna Seca, and the Cup at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. PR 52.1 required for this 3-lap Cup. On to Tier 11, we got another full lap around 24-hour circuit. This time it's a head-to-head single lapper. Boy, it's going to be a night race. So if you like this car, I suppose it's, you might enjoy it. I don't know. These electric cars, the sound is just horrendous, at least in my opinion. I'm not a fan. What can I say? Formula E, IDR, both of these, either Audi, the e-tron GT concept, or the Taycan Turbo S that we got here. Yeah, not a fan. I'm sorry. I wouldn't mind owning an full electric car, but I would not want to. But they don't sound like this. Anyway, there we got Autocross at Mount Panorama, and the Cup for Tier 11 at Hockenheim National. 4 laps with a PR requirement of 52.9. So yeah, I think Porsche Limited Time Series is going to run a bit longer. Tier 12, that's your 75% completion tier. We got Hunter at Spa, Endurance at Monza Road Course, and the Cup at the long on-road circuit of Porsche Test Track. 4 laps with a PR requirement 53.6. All right, Tier 13, we got Speed Snap at Laguna Seca, Elimination at Dubai National, and the Cup at Melbourne. 7 laps, PR 54.4 required. And then Tier 14, we got Autocross at Red Bull Ring National Circuit, Drag Race at Suzuka Grand Prix. So both, yeah, they seem like have 2 drag races. All right. And then Cup at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course. 4 laps with a PR requirement 55.2. And that takes us to the final tier, tier 15. We have Speed Snap at Nürburgring Grand Prix, Hunter at Hockenheim Grand Prix, and the final cup at Daytona Motorcycle Course. 4 laps, PR 55.8 required. So yeah, that's the both of the limited time series, or limited time series for both cars, kind of overviewed. So hopefully, whichever car you're using, you found the video information useful, and we'll catch you guys in the next video, as I will be trying to make my way through this event. And yeah, I'll try to get the track day videos uploaded at some point too, but I cannot promise you anything on that one. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.